Yo, so in today's episode of Assassin Reviews, I'll be actually taking a look at some items that are actually worth a lot of value. Because, I did an Assassin review on Rolling Pin, and of course that's just a random comp knife, but this time we're actually getting into big knives. So, I'm gonna do Comet and Black Hole today, so let's take up the effects and let's put on Comet. And let's take a look first at the looks of it, and of course Comet is a very cool knife with a very cool effect. It has a kind of a weird shape, and people, I assumed myself that it were clan prizes, but it turned out to be top 100 prize, so it's still kind of weird. But it had 4 seasons, so there's about 400 copies of it, of course spread around a lot of accounts. Some people are hoarding them. I saw someone with 9 comets, so yeah. As you can see here, that's what a comet looks like. And I guess with looks, I'd give it a 8.5 out of 10, because it's kind of a weird shape, but it's a very cool color and also cool effect. So now moving on to the Black Hole, of course. It has a very cool effect and also pretty cool looks. As you can see the Black Hole here, and then there's a lot of purple effects. So it's I don't know if you kind of went for a galaxy theme, I guess, because of the Black Hole and the comet, of course. So that's the Black Hole for you. I'd rate this a, I don't know, I think it's pretty cool, but it's kind of big, so I'll give it a 9.5 out of 10 for the looks, of course. So now let's get into the current value of both knives. Right, so we are here on the value list made by Zikoi. As you can see, here are some new changes regarding the new update, of course, the new knives and stuff. Actually, Black Hole got lowered, so yeah, that's also something that's about the current value of Black Hole. But let's first go to the Comet. So the Comet is right here. 402 exist. That is inaccurate, probably because some could have been banned and stuff without them knowing. But yeah, 175 value, which is quite reasonable for Comet. Actually, I'm surprised that I guess it's decently close to a Glorious Axe. But yeah, 175 value. Of course, top 100 prizes always are not that high in the beginning, around like 150 or 175. Usually around 100 and 200 in the first couple seasons. And then when it becomes unobtainable, the value is going to start changing a lot, which is going to happen right now to Comet. Of course, it was 150 value, and now it's unstable, as you can see, because it is not obtainable anymore during comp. So yeah, that's basically the current value for Comet. Now let's go to Black Hole. This is also inaccurate, by the way. Like 4 people got banned with it, but Black Hole is currently 2,000 value. It was 2,200 value, but it got lowered with 200, and it's unstable as well, because now of course it's tradable, and it's very hard to like kind of figure out a value for a top 10 prize that's just become tradable. It's pretty weird, but it was equal to Champion X2, which a lot of people were very surprised about. It was literally the first value of Black Hole is instantly the same as the Champion X2, but now the Black Hole lowered with 200 and the Champion X2 raised with 100. So it's all changing, but now I'll discuss the future value. Alright, so now in my opinion, the most important part of this video, the future value discussion. Now, of course, we're starting off with Comet again, and it's currently 175, as I discussed previously. Now, demand is 4 stars, actually, so all top 100 prizes are 4 stars. Is Elegant 4 stars? I don't know. Let's check. Elegant's 4 stars too. Elegant is fucking insane, of course, because of the inflation. The inflation can happen to any top 100 item, since you can indeed use okay, what the fuck is this? Is this alright then? And what? Okay, don't know what that is, but let's just ignore that. But that can happen to any top 100 item. So the value of Comet is really depending on what the community will do with it. Now, of course, Glorious Axe had a huge issue where the value absolutely crashed with. It was duped, and like duped on a very massive scale, and it even was not tradable for like a couple days, I think. So you couldn't even trade Glorious Axe, so it couldn't even have a value to begin with. and then when it did finally have a value, it was completely trash because it was literally duped. But Comet isn't duped, from my knowledge. I don't think people dupe Comet. There was literally someone walking around with 70 glorious axes in like the first week of its fucking release, and it was insane. But yeah, if shit like that happens to a prize, that it's instantly fucked. That didn't happen to Comet, so it has a bright future, I guess. Unless people use it like Elegant Blade and just disassemble like everything. Disassembling Elegant Blade is literally a trend, and it's the most retarded thing I've ever seen. People just disassemble Elegant Blade like the whole time. Right, I got really interrupted, but let's continue. So, as I was saying, Elegant Blades get disassembled a lot, dumb trend, but that can really affect an item. Like Elegant Blade, for example, it was doing insane in values a couple weeks ago. Now it dropped again because the value is just so fucked because of all these people disassembling stuff. So that can happen to any item right now. People could go out of their way to fuck up Competitive Blade, or Competitive Blade 2, Glorious Axe, and even Comet. So that's just a dangerous thing for the future value. Can't really affect it, but yeah, Competitive Blade 2 has been out for like 2 years now. I don't even know, but Comet will just raise eventually and stuff, and it might drop a little, might go up a little. Value might get fucked with a lot if people start making the trend to crowd into Elegant Sabers. But yeah, let's move on to the Black Hole. So 46. I think there's a little less than that. But yeah, 2,000 value right now. I think that Zico is gonna mess around with the value a little more, and then it will stabilize at a point where it will be at for like a long time, and then eventually it will raise again, of course. Because I don't know, I mean, these champ items have been sitting around the same value for like quite a long time. So I think it will definitely not blow up really much for like a long time. I mean, Champion Blade is like the first one, it's the first item, and it's at it's only at 3,200, of course, and then you have the Champion Ice, which is instantly 600 lower, and it's the second competitive item. So of course it's kind of difficult to like predict values for the for some top 10 items, but of course if people like massively hoard top 10 items, that can affect the value a lot too. Remember, at one point someone had 12 or 13 Void Champions, and that wasn't really such a big thing because, well, it was a big thing, of course, but not much people knew about it. But if that like blew up, Void Champion would be so fucked in value. People would literally like Zico would raise it like a shit ton, and then Zico would raise it way too much, and then the person with the 12 would trade them off, and then the whole Void Champion would collapse again because then the whole horde is gone, so there's nothing to worry about. But if that happens to the Black Hole, if someone goes out of their way to get like 10 Black Holes, that would be fucked up, and that could definitely affect it. But that's all I gotta say for the future value, really. It's gonna probably be stabilized like maybe 1900 to 2100. That's my guess. And then it will maybe go up like 100 value. I don't know, and then it will sit like that for a long time and slowly build its way up like the other top 10 items. Finishing this video off, of course, we're gonna talk about how it will affect the game and if it will affect the game. So, of course, we have Comet, of course. Comet, I mean, you know, every knife doesn't really affect the game, unless the knife goes absolutely crazy and a lot of stuff's gonna happen to it. For example, if someone decides to start a disassemble Comet into Elegant Saber thing, that can definitely affect the other top 100 prizes. If there's gonna be way less of Comet, and then Comet is gonna be like better than the other top 100 items, and then those will get less demand because everyone's looking for Comets, because Comets keep getting crafted into Elegant Sabers. So that's basically what happened with Elegant Blade. I mean, Elegant Blade is way more valuable than any other top 100 item, and you can explain that with you can say that that's because of its oldness, but I mean, there's only a 40 value difference between Competitor Blade 1 and 2, and there's like a 200 value, 150 value between Elegant Blade and Competitor Blade 1. So That's not really the difference. You also see this with Champion Blade. I don't know really what the deal is with Champion Blade, but I think it's just that nobody really knows where most Champion Blades are, and there's like none in circulation, and that's also why it's kind of flopping right now. But yeah, I don't know. I think that I definitely think that such trend as crafting into Elegant Sabers can definitely happen. But they can also do that with other top 100 items. I don't know why they would specifically go for Comet, considering that competitor one is of course way more value. But people are crazy, dude. So who knows what will happen? Now moving on to Black Hole, of course, it's kind of the same thing as Comet, but then with top 10 instead of top 100. Now of course we have the Champion Blade Mythic. I don't have it anymore right now, but of course it's a mythic, so you can actually craft a fucking Champion Blade into an Elegant Saber if you really want to, which is the dumbest thing I've ever witnessed in this game. But yeah, that is a fucking possibility. So if someone goes out of their way to disassemble Champion Blades, that could affect Black Hole. But if someone hoards Black Hole like someone hoarded Void Champion, it can make the value go absolutely fucking insane of Black Hole. If someone walks around with 15 Black Holes, everyone will be like, alright, either there's some duping going on right here, or this game is fucked. So if someone hoards it like a lot, it will definitely bring the other top 10 items down, and that will be bad for the game, honestly, because then all top 10 values will just collapse because someone who has like fucking every Black Hole in the game, and that would be pretty fucked. So just really, with most items it's like this. It will only affect the game if they get massive hoarded or disassembled. I mean, even with small items like rolling pin, if someone gets 10,000 rolling pins, which is like literally every rolling pin in the game, and then disassembles everything, that could affect rolling pin and other comp prizes and just exotics in general very hard. So anyways, that's it for this video. Like, subscribe, check description, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new video.